How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review of old-timey beer in the form of Sam Adams' Old Fezziwig. I cannot tell you the last time I have had this. I probably had it the last couple years randomly because they typically throw these in like your winter mix packs from Sam Adams, but I honestly don't remember exactly the last time I had this beer. But I remember really enjoying this beer back in the day. And I'm kind of curious as to what I think about it now. It was in a mix of 6 section. I don't know if this is exclusively still kind of like a holiday pack release thing, but the local grocery stores around me will break up a lot of like those mix seasonals. I don't know if they're allowed to, but they do, and this is in a mix of 6, and I was like, hell yeah, let's dive into this sucker. So yeah, Old Fezziwig, from what I remember, it's like kind of just it's Christmas beer is what it is. To me, it's Christmas beer. I think they classify it as a winter warmer. I don't remember it being much like spiced or anything like that. More of kind of a toffee caramel, kind of barley wine light. But we'll dive into that and see what's what when it comes to how the beer is. But how it looks, kind of on point. I mean, it has that rich kind of caramel color. Soft little, I didn't wash my glass, awesome kind of bubbles on the edge of that sucker. And as far as the labeling goes, it's like quintessential Sam Adams. They have their kind of branding and what they do, and this is much the same, although this is a rebrand of a rebrand. I believe this is at least the third iteration label wise that this has gone through, and I think this is the first year they're doing this one. But yeah, soft caramel color, a little bit of brown notes in there, very clear, nothing as far as haze or particulate, so she looks the part of a little brown ale, a little Christmas ale. Let's get a nose. Yeah, she's got this rich kind of brown sugar caramel, slightly toffee vibe to her. Exactly what I remember. This is this lager. They call it Fezziwig, Old Fezziwig. It actually has a lager vibe to me. It says rich and sweet. Like the character that it's inspired, this beer is a festive and worthy celebration all its own, bursting with spices of the season. It's full-bodied, complex, deep malt character and notes of sweet toffee and rich dark caramel. They actually don't call out ale or lager here, but I do get a little bit of kind of soft, like lagery vibes off of this sucker, believe it or not. But I believe it is an ale, so that could just be me. Oh, they call it right here, ale brewed with cinnamon, ginger, and orange peel. I did not see that. So I'm not really getting much as far as see, power suggestion maybe. There's very subtle spices in here, but it comes off as a very soft, very lightly spiced kind of winter warmer. But to me, it comes off as more of a soft kind of barley wine light, because kind of like I was alluding to earlier. And it's really that malt character, that bready kind of doppelbocky, sweet, rich kind of bready caramel kind of malt character that really stands out to me. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, it's so lightly spiced. It's a little bit more spice forward in the taste, but it's not nearly as an explosive 2x4 to the face of any of those spices going on. I'm actually quite surprised when we talk about throwing ginger in here. I don't think it's a matter of, and I guess it goes like that with spices across the board, that it's not like an overt kind of in-your-face thing. It's just kind of a soft kind of illusion of towards a gingerbread cookie kind of thing, and it kind of gets there a little bit. Now more that I kind of take a sip, let it kind of sit, those kind of bready gingerbread cookie notes start to come through. But again, it's very subtle, not over the top. It doesn't have volume cranked to 11, which is what you expect from a lot of beers nowadays. Now, that's not Sam Adams' MO, but this really does come off as a soft, creamy kind of getting down from the barley wine light, kind of doppelbock light for me, the way this creaminess comes off. It does have a crisp, clean kind of lager vibe to it, while still at the same time having that soft kind of bready character to it. The cinnamon, the ginger, the orange peel, all those bits and pieces are there, but in very, very small doses, so it doesn't get in the way of the actual beer itself, letting those malts shine, letting this beer kind of be what it is and what it was and what I think it'll always will be, which is just a really chuggable, really drinkable kind of winter beer. Like I said, there's winter warmers, there's kind of, holiday beers, all that stuff. This is Christmas to me in a glass. This is exactly what I think of when I think of Christmas in a glass. Old Fezziwig is kind of like just the kind of thing, the Merriam-Webster dictionary of Christmas beer to me, and it does not disappoint. It's a really tasty beer. Listen, you can have your opinions of Sam Adams, Dogfish Head, whatever you want to call them now, some big conglomerate, this, that, and the other thing. I've always been a fan of Sam Adams and what they do as far as beer, because they make really good beers. old world beer, especially in today's kind of hyper new school beer world. But when you're talking about wanting a drinkable winter warmer, this is kind of, like I said, Merriam-Webster dictionary territory when it comes to that, and that is not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better winter warmers I've had as of late. Absolutely. Probably going into this, remembering that I like this beer so much, but then also expecting to like it to a certain extent, but actually exceeding the expectations because it's been so long. Damn tasty stuff. Value and availability, found it in a mix sector. So I don't know if this is just available in your kind of winter packs, but if they are, the price point for Sam Adams in general is typically quite cheap and leave you with, and you can get it everywhere, and leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like Christmas, if you like the holidays, if you like winter warmers, but you want something that's drinkable, not over the top, and if you like Christmas, winter beers, holiday beers, those kind of things, this will do you all kinds of cringly proper. So there you go. A little bit of Christmas festivities in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little Fezziwig right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.